Stephen Boss's mother says our family is absolutely appalled by the misleading and hurtful claims made about my son.
I'm starting this new chapter where I'm really going to be finding the best version of who I am, and not the best version of who I was with Stephen.
But shocking claims from his widow, Allison Holker, who says she found a stash of drugs shortly after his death.
It looks like Stephen Witch's boss mom isn't buying the whole story surrounding her son's tragic passing, and she's starting to side-eye his wife Allison Holker.
Connie Boss Alexander took to social media to respond to everything that's been going on, including Allison's own revelation just a little.
Rumors are flying that she might have had a hand in it, or at the very least, knew way more than she's letting on. And get this, some people think she was paid to push a certain narrative.
It was very alarming to me to learn that there was so much happening that I had no.
So did Twitch's wife really play a role in his death? Or is this just another Hollywood cover-up? Let's get into it. So Twitch's mom isn't playing any games when it comes to her son's legacy. Connie Boss Alexander just came out swinging, and let's just say she is not here for the disrespect. After staying silent for over a year, she finally broke her silence on Instagram, calling out the lies being spread about Twitch. She wrote, "Our family is absolutely appalled by the misleading and hurtful claims made about my son Stephen Boss. The recent publications spreading untruths about Stephen have crossed every line of decency as his mother. I will not let these accusations go unanswered. We will not stand by while his name and legacy are tarnished. He doesn't deserve this, and the kids don't deserve this. For the last 2 years, I have remained quiet and away from the public eye to protect my family. My primary focus has been on healing and attempting to remain connected to my grandchildren. But when I read these dreadful claims about my baby, our beloved Stephen, I realized I could not stay silent any longer. Our family will ensure his name and memory are protected, and we are committed to defending his honor." Connie Boss Alexander, and who's at the center of it? All his own widow, Allison Holker. Apparently Holker has been pushing a narrative that Twitch had a drug problem. She allegedly found a cornucopia of drugs, including mushrooms, pills, and other substances in Boss's closet after his death. It was a really triggering moment for me because there were a lot of things I discovered in our closet that I did not know existed. It was very alarming to me to learn that there was so much happening that I had no clue about. But Mama Boss is calling BS. She says the rumors are misleading and hurtful and straight up cross the line of decency, and honestly, it's kind of wild that Holker hasn't said a word in response to these accusations. Holker also claimed that the late Ellen DeGeneres show DJ alluded to being essayed by a male figure during his childhood in several of his journal entries. Rumor has it that Ellen tried to pull Twitch into these freaky events, but he wasn't having it. Unfortunately, what he didn't seem to realize is that turning down those kinds of offers isn't really an option if you want to stay breathing. Just days after allegedly rejecting Ellen's proposition, which turned up dead under mysterious circumstances. Coincidence? Many don't think so.
Do that. Over a decade ago, I met someone who changed my life and our show. And I'm talking about you, Twitch. Come here.
But then we have to bring Twitch into the mix and his tragic passing. Looking back at everything we know now, it seems like there are a lot of lies and inconsistencies in the stories we've been told. New evidence has surfaced, and there are growing allegations that Ellen and Diddy might have had a role to play in his death. Because Twitch knew more than he should have. Allegedly, they wasted no time silencing him for good.
Twitch, like, what has he meant to you?
The new evidence also suggests that Ellen may have been a regular at Diddy's parties, especially the more questionable ones. That's interesting, but honestly, not that surprising. Let's be real. We've all heard about the major celebs who've been exposed for attending Diddy's infamous freak-offs and parties. But when it comes to Ellen, things go even deeper. And darker. Word on the street is that there are some damaging tapes of Ellen getting involved in some downright sinister activities with escorts that Diddy allegedly hired. Rumor has it that Ellen tried to pull Twitch into these freaky events, but He wasn't having it, unfortunately. What he didn't seem to realize is that turning down those kinds of offers isn't really an option if you want to stay breathing. Just days after allegedly rejecting Ellen's proposition, Twitch turned up dead under mysterious circumstances. Coincidence? Many don't think so.
Be quiet. Yeah, it's a constant conversation.
Twitch come here. Twitch went from making adorable family videos to suddenly taking his own life within a matter of days. And the whole situation is just mind-boggling. It was a heartbreaking twist when it was revealed that DJ Twitch's passing wasn't just sudden, he tragically took his own life using a firearm. According to TMZ, he left his home-in-law without his car and checked into a motel about a mile away from his family. Staff at the motel where Twitch stayed reported that he didn't seem distressed when he checked in and only booked the room for one night. There were no signs of anything unusual. No strange behavior, no loud noises, not even a gunshot. It just raises so many questions about what really happened.
Nobody knew that he was struggling this way.
Right, but he left a few clues, at least, about what he was going through in a note that was found in the motel.
It wasn't until Tuesday, when Twitch missed his checkout time, that the staff went to his room to check on him and tragically discovered him in the bathroom with gunshot wounds. On the same day, his wife Allison Holker went to a police station to report him missing. She was understandably frantic and deeply concerned, explaining to the police how unusual it was for him to leave without any communication or indication of where he had gone, with Twitch not taking his car and ignoring calls. Allison's worry escalated, prompting the officers to consider listing him as a critical missing persons case. Sadly, just after Allison reported him missing, a 9,911 call came in requesting paramedics from the hotel. When the paramedics arrived, they pronounced Twitch dead at the scene. Unfortunately, there was nothing that could be done because he had already passed away before anyone even arrived. His wife Allison then released a statement saying, "It is with the heaviest of hearts that I have to share my husband, Stephen, has left us," she told. At the time, Stephen lit up every room he stepped into. He valued family, friends, and community above all else, and leading with love and light was everything to him. He was the backbone of our family, the best husband and father, and an inspiration to his fans. She continued to say he left a legacy would be an understatement, and his positive impact will continue to be felt. I am certain there won't be a day that goes by that we won't honor his memory. We ask for privacy during this difficult time for myself, and especially for our 3 children. Stephen, we love you, we miss you, and I will always save the last dance for you. Ellen also released a statement talking about how heartbroken she was, saying, "I'm heartbroken. Twitch was pure love and light." She wrote on Instagram, "He was my family, and I loved him with all my heart. I will miss him. Please send your love and support to Allison and his beautiful children, Wesley, Maddox, and Zia." There are so many shady circumstances surrounding Twitch's passing that it's hard to ignore the suspicions. One of the biggest questions is about the note he was reportedly said to have written right before taking his life. Multiple sources initially reported that Twitch had left a note, but then suddenly the media stopped talking about it as if it had disappeared altogether. This raised even more suspicion.
A few clues, at least, about what he was going through in a note that was found in the motel where
The speculation around Ellen's friendship with Diddy is only getting worse, with some suggesting that Twitch might have been caught up in some serious blackmail schemes. While there's no concrete evidence linking Twitch directly to Diddy, the fact that he was part of Ellen's inner circle for nearly a decade definitely raises eyebrows now. Let's talk about the eerie parallels between Ellen and Diddy. Both figures have faced serious allegations of problematic behavior, whether it's Ellen's alleged mistreatment of staff or Diddy's rumored involvement in dark dealings. Their connections to various scandals and controversies only add to the intrigue, leading fans and followers to speculate about a possible web of connections that might go deeper than anyone realizes. Could these two have more in common than we initially thought as details emerge? It seems the layers of this story keep peeling back, revealing a darker narrative lurking beneath the surface. they seem to have more in common than one might expect from the rumors of Ellen attending Diddy's notorious parties to whispers about a shady industry cult that both may have been involved in. It's a wild ride, to say the least. Could Twitch have stumbled upon something he wasn't supposed to know about these two? It's starting to feel like a conspiracy that's too messy to be a coincidence.
Note made references to challenges from his past. And again, it's vain.
Now, after the interview, several of Boss's close friends and relatives blasted Holker for airing out the late dancer's alleged drug use and for alienating them from the kids. After his passing, Boss's cousin Elle tweeted he wasn't an addict, he smoked weed, and was actively trying to quit. He wasn't some junkie. She also claimed Holker would not let their side of the family see Boss's children, and that she allegedly made them sign NDAs to attend his funeral. Courtney Ann Platt, a close friend of Boss, wrote on Instagram that Hall's interview with People was by far the most tacky, classless, opportunistic act I have ever seen in my entire life. Platt claimed Holker dropped Boss's last name from her social media platforms 48 hours after he passed and is publishing a memoir shamelessly. Sharing the pages of the late DJ's journal, Boss's brothers reshared Platt's post on their Instagram stories. Now Holker defended herself against backlash about her forthcoming memoir, This Far, My Story of Love Loss, and embracing the light to fans of Steven and our family and friends. I want to be clear that my only intention in writing the book is to share my own story as well as part of my life with Steven to help other people, she wrote via her Instagram story. Just like you, I never really knew what happened, and even as I am trying to put the pieces together, I will never really know. Holker said the proceeds from the book will go toward Move with Kindness, the mental health foundation she founded in Boss's honor after he passed away. Now the internet is doing what it does best: connect the dots and asking the real questions. Some people are even suggesting that Holker might have had a hand in the tragedy, or at least knows way more than she's letting on. One person wrote she was going to read his journal as no matter what, but she did not need to put those details in her memoir. The fact that she made his mother sign an NDA to attend her own son's funeral is absolutely disgusting. Another person added, she lost my respect after this. She should have at least spoken to his family before releasing all that private info. Did she not think about how the family, especially the mother, would feel? Heartless move, one more person added. This is one of the ugliest cash grabs I've ever seen. She's lady, please have some decency. The world is so lost now that people can't even respect those who've passed on. My grandmother loved watch Ellen's show, and she would get so excited when she saw Twitch. May Twitch rest in peace and power. Why would she stay quiet while the mother of her late husband is literally out here fighting to clear his name? Why is she letting these rumors run wild? And let's not forget, Hollywood loves a cover-up. The silence is loud, y'all, and something ain't adding up. But let's talk about the flip side of the story. While talking about Twitch's suicide in her first interview after his death, Allison publicly revealed that no one had any inkling that he was low. He didn't want people to know. She added he just wanted to be everyone's Superman and protector. In the same interview, she said that things haven't been easy for Allison and her kids after Twitch's death, especially when she has to parent their 3 kids alone. We knew that Steven would want us to be laughing together. He was sharing in that moment with us. Now in our house, laughing with the kids is such a part of everything. It's a part of our healing. And the giggles remind me that we're going to be okay and that we are okay. She further said that she can see and feel Twitch and their children. I see so much of Steven and my children, and it's almost like they've taken different. But no doubt Allison is having a hard time while dealing with memories of her late husband. But she has now become a mental health advocate at an event related to mental health, talking about Twitch. She said, I hope that we can remember the feeling that he gave us, and remember that we can still move from there. Well, life is clearly throwing lemons at her, but she is never going to stop honoring and loving her husband. Allison, while remembering him, told his fans to say he left a legacy would be an understatement, and his positive impact will continue to be felt. I am certain there won't be a day that goes by that we won't honor his memory. World might say anything, but Allison loved Twitch like no one else ever could. Even when he dies, she is ready to stay. Committed to his love, she misses him a lot. And why shouldn't she? The couple had a million happy moments together. In an Instagram post, Allison shared a picture with her late husband captioned, "My one and only, oh how my heart aches, we miss you so." Much the couple who got connected while busting their moves on So You Think You Can Dance back in 2008 was apparently hoping to add a fourth tiny human to their crew. They looked happy with their eyes glowing while they revealed their future plans on Jennifer's Hudson show. I think we'd love to start trying for another one. Oh yeah. The adorable couple celebrated their N90th wedding anniversary on the 10th of December and posted a heartfelt video of themselves showing moves in front of a Christmas tree. Everything was going happily and luckily, but then one day Twitch left his house and never came back. Later it was revealed that the dancer committed suicide in a hotel room and was found dead at the spot the day Twitch left home and didn't return. Allison went to the Los Angeles police station to complain that her husband had left home without his car. The police then received a call from the LA area that a gunshot was heard from Oak Tree Inn Hotel. When the police reached the crime scene, the star had passed away, leaving Allison and millions of his fans in shock. Allison was devastated, unable to comprehend how her vibrant, loving husband could have taken his own life. She later came to know that Twitch had checked into the motel the day before and had booked the room for just one night. He had taken an Uber from home and switched his phone to airplane mode to cut off all contact with the outside world. On investigation, the hotel manager Rakesh told he went into his room and he never came out at 11:15 a.m. On Tuesday, the maid opened the door to check on the room. There was his stuff in there, but no one there. She checked the bathroom and there was blood everywhere. She was very scared. This is the first time anything like that has happened here. We called 911. They told us to check his pulse, but there was nothing. During sorrow, Allison confirmed the news that helped fans speculate that everything was good between the couple. It is with the heaviest of hearts that I need to share my better half Steven has left. As Steven illuminated each room he ventured into, he esteemed family, companions, and local area, regardless of anything else. And driving with adoration and light was everything to him. He was the foundation of our family, the best spouse and father, and a motivation to his fans.
Allison. Allison is such a lovely human being. Allison Holker boss.
And above all, keeping herself happy for her children. In a recent interview with Hoda Kotb on the Today Show, Allison talked about Twitch in a tearful voice. Wife Allison is such a lovely human being. Allison Holker boss is a well on the same show. Hoda asked Allison about how difficult it is to live a life without Twitch, especially when she has to keep up with her 3 children all alone. And Allison told her how difficult it is for them to make it every day to normal life. I don't really have any other choice but to be strong, 'cause it is me with those kids, and they deserve someone that's strong. We're being there for each other. Though Allison is with her children, trying to fill the gap that Twitch suicide created in their life. But still, poor kids question about their father. Nobody knows how much time they are going to take to accept that he is no more. Not just on Allison and his co-stars, Twitch death has left the entire world under a sad air. His fans are equally devastated by the news of his sudden demise. He was a happy face who just wanted to make others happy with his positive attitude and legit dance moves that shook the hearts of millions following his death. Many fans came out on Twitter to speak about their loved hero. One of his fans wrote, "I can't tell you how many times I've rewatched this performance when it first aired by Twitch and Alex Wong on CD. One of the best things that I've ever seen. Ripe Twitch." Another fan following the #RipTwitch trend tweeted, "Twitch posted this a couple of days ago. You never know what someone is battling inside Rip Twitch." Many other came forward claiming that Twitch might had some mental issues like depression and anxiety.